Happy birthday, White House! Woo!
Delighted to be in White House today to wish White House happy 50th anniversary. What a wonderful accomplishment. And thank you, City of White House, for what you bring to the great state of Tennessee.
Best memories that I can think of that not a lot of people know about is the day that the interstate opened through White House. Interstate opened December 15th, 1972. Ever since then, things have changed. From 1971 until early 2000s, the government had a mayor, and the mayor was a full-time position. He ran the day-to-day operations of the government. Today, things are different. We have a manager, and the manager runs the city.
But one of the things I noticed that was kind of interesting, because I was at the police department, our power in the city just kept going off. It seemed like we would have power outages on a frequent basis, and it would sometimes damage equipment at the police department, our communications center, and our radio system, our phone systems would cut off. But we finally had that opportunity erased back probably around 2010, I think it was. TVA came through, and our CMC, they boosted our power and about quadrupled the amount of power that we see in the city. And those days are long behind us.
Happy 50th birthday, City of White House.
Happy birthday, City of White House!
Happy 50th birthday, White House.
Happy 50th birthday, City of White House.
The first house that we lived in was on Callista Road. But everybody, local folks, didn't call it Callista Road, they called it Dogtown Road. Our third oldest, Leah, and our son Joseph were both born in the house on Callista Road. So they literally are lifelong White House people because they were actually born in the city of White House.
The house that I grew up in is where the Dairy Queen and the car wash is now. When I was probably about 12 years old, my dad bought us a little Honda 75 dirt bike. Where Indian Ridge is now is where we used to ride our dirt bikes down these dirt roads. And I lived on that dirt bike, and I rode those fields for hours, and you could go just forever.
My husband and I bought a house right across from the soccer fields in Cambria Estates, and we were there painting, and we kept hearing what sounded like a concert. And we walked out on the back deck, and we're like, where is that coming from? Turns out it was Clark Beckham, and he had come back to his hometown to do a free concert for the residents.
Happy 50th birthday, City of White House!
Yay!
Happy 50th birthday, City of White House.
Happy birthday, City of White House.
Congratulations. Happy birthday, City of White House.
I moved to White House as a freshman in high school in 1994. The first memory I have was being scared to death walking into this new school, and out walks this big old man, sticks his hand out and says, "Hi, I'm Bobby Joe Langford." He was the principal of White House High School. He took me in with open arms, and I haven't left the White House school system since. The only thing our school system doesn't have now that I wish it did was Coach Davis's cookies that I had when I was in high school every single day that he would sell in between classes, 3 cookies for $1. I know all my classmates remember rushing to Coach Davis's room to get those cookies.
My parents bought what was then the second grocery store here in White House. There was only Al's Food Value and the Big Star, and they renamed it the Piggly Wiggly, and it was the town grocery store. Also back then, there was no red lights, and the hangout was Mr. J's, where you could go get a burger, or you could go over to the barbecue place, which was right across the street, and that was where De La Paz is currently located. So those were our two only places to choose from to eat in White House.
On the morning of December 6, 1997, when we left to go play in Nashville, in the middle of town, people were lined up all the way from there all the way to the interstate on the side of the road. I still remember seeing all those people lined up on the road and how inspiring it was to our kids.
Happy 50th birthday, City of White House.
Happy birthday, City of White House. Happy 50th birthday, City of White House.
There's this movie that they're having this audition for at Opryland. They're looking for 3 sisters who can sing harmony, and George Clooney's going to be in the movie. And I said, well, it's a waste of time, but go ahead. Well, it turns out it wasn't a waste of time, and the girls got to be part of the soundtrack of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But that opened the door for us, for the choir at First Baptist Church, to be able to be the background singers for Alison Krauss in the movie Oh Brother, singing Down to the River to Pray. And what was really cool was when we did a choir concert one night, and Allison actually came and she sang with the choir. And White House First Baptist Church is probably one of the only churches around that has a platinum album hanging on the wall in the choir room.
Happy 50th birthday, White House!
Happy 50th birthday, White House! Woo!
Happy 50th birthday, White House.
It's just so much fun to be a part of White House and this great community, and to wish everybody in White House a happy birthday.
Blue Devil Pride, BDP, the phrase was originated in a loss against Madison High School in 1985. We lost 3-0 in a game in which we were heavy underdogs, and we were actually driving to win the game and fumbled with about 3 minutes to go, and they drove down and kicked a field goal. And our kids came back in the locker room and they were so devastated. And we had a senior defensive end, Joe Pryor. He walked into the locker room and he told everybody to get their heads up. He goes, hey, we showed everybody what Blue Devil Pride was all about tonight. And from that point on, we coined that phrase, and that's where BDP originated as far as the 3 letters. And it's been the battle cry for, the school and the community for many, many years.
When we first moved to the city of White House back in 2009, we wanted to find out more information about what the city offered, like recreation, schools, the community, and etc. And one of the things that we saw were the census. And so we looked at it, and Tess and I looked at it, and we saw that we actually doubled the Asian population here in the city of White House. Woohoo!
You can edit that, right?
Happy birthday! What are we gonna say?
Happy 50th birthday, White House.
Okay, one more time.
Happy 50th birthday, White House. And
One
Sally
more time.
sewed seashells.
Do it one more time.
Happy.
Wait.
Happy 50th birthday, White House.
Happy 50th birthday, White House.
See, I messed it up. Happy.